Hello there, everyone. It's Lynn from Tinker Tarot. I'm here spontaneously to do a Sagittarius video, Sagittarius reading. I've already shuffled and laid out the cards to save time because you know how long I talk. And it is a very interesting layout and very positive, I might add. Excuse me. If you notice in the description, if you look in the description, I talk about this month that we're in is August and it's an 8. We're also in the year of an 8. And an 8 is, infinity, movement, flow, okay? I feel there's something changing. There's something where you're rounding a curve here and moving towards a new flow. You know what I mean? So let's get into it. And the reason, not just because it's August, not just because it's 8, also because when I was shuffling the Anna Kay cards, hi Rose and hi Sandy, you got the world jumped out. And so, as you know, the world is completion, ready to transition. You've you've completed a chapter in of some sort in what you've done, what you've been through, and you're ready for something new. In fact, a lot of the cards in this reading indicate something new you're ready for. And not just you're going and getting something new, but you're ready for it. So also you have the King of Pentacles. Let me get my little white pad here. The King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles also is ready for something new. He feels like he's successfully completed something, and he's ready for a new task, a new adventure. But he doesn't just jump up and go for anything. He waits until the right thing comes along, the right thing that he feels is worthy of his time, his energy, his value. So there's that. You also have the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands is kind of that card where it's looking out there and thinking, what else is out there for me? Like I said, ready for something new, but you're kind of exploring, wondering what is out there. What do I want next? Where is it? When is it? What is it? And so you have consulted people, you've talked to people, you've networked, and you're ready to move forward, but you're just not sure. You're kind of in an investigation mode, perhaps, researching, looking for what that right thing is for you, but you're ready to go beyond. Ready. And then the last card I drew in the last deck is the Cartomancy. And you have the Nine of Hearts. And the Nine of Hearts is a wish card. It is emotional fulfillment. It is things, this is the right thing to do and the right time, okay? This is a success card. It's a yes card. So this is good for you. Basically, this is good for you. All right? So let's get into it. In the recent past, you can kind of see here the cards that I've laid out. You have the High Priestess, the Princess of Wands, the Sun, which is a very successful card, Cernunnos, which is the Devil, and the Three of Wands. So, you're listening to your instinct at this time. Your instinct is telling you it's time for something new. For whatever reason it is, for health reasons, for boredom, it's a time of change. And you're trying to listen to all the signs, watch for all the signs, and make the right decision for the right path. And the Princess of Wands, she's ready for a new adventure. She's ready to go out and explore. And it's the princess because it's new. It may be not something you know about, are familiar with, but you're ready to try. You're ready to dive in, dig into something new. And she adds a creative twist to it where it's, it's your version of something. This is also a learning card. We yearn to learn and explore something new. Okay. And and it is also a sign that's saying you're ready. She's standing up, she's on the road, she's got her big wand, she's got big ideas, and ready for that newness. And then the sun. And the sun is a huge indication of kind of being reborn, coming out of the world, right? Coming out of the world, oops, and being reborn, ready for that new, ready for you're excited and playful and happy. And it's nice to see you happy again because I know you've gone through some difficult times in the past 4 years, maybe even longer. But this he's on his horse. He's ready. He's ready to learn. He's inspired. And the sun also illuminates everything. There's things that you can see now that maybe you couldn't see before. And it can vary for many things, with the sun. So for maybe challenges that you've had before, things that you couldn't overcome in the past, the sun now sees a way to do that, a way to overcome that, a way to get by that, get through it. And it shows you that new venture, that new path, the direction is easily seen by you now, you know, and it's a success card as well. It's assuring success. This is the right thing to do at the right time. So you've been kind of feeling this lately. You've been feeling that itch, that um, that drive to do something new. And when you see it, you know it. You don't hesitate. Okay, that's it. That's what I'm going to get into. And it also may surprise you a little bit as to what it is because it didn't come to you before. It suddenly has just come to you and you're thinking, "Okay, that's what I want to do." Also, with Cernunnos, and Cernunnos is some of our dark side, some of our side that we get stuck in and we have difficulty seeing the right way through, the right way out of it, or by it. But with the sun illuminating light onto this, because the sun gives the most positive angle to anything that is challenging. And if any of you have been suffering from shame, guilt, worry, fear, also addiction, and this is addiction to eating, gambling, drugs, drinking, shopping, whatever it is, the sun illuminates a way forward, past that, through it, out of it, you can see, and it doesn't seem difficult. It doesn't seem, it's easy for you now. Okay. And and so whatever this is that was or is holding you back, with the sun being reborn, you're ready to overcome this easily, easily. And you may not have been able to for a long time. You may have struggled with this your whole life, or maybe just the past year or 5 years, who knows. But it's you're able to ride through this easily now. It doesn't seem like work because again, you're reborn and a new chapter is beginning for you. And with the Three of Wands, you can see the way. You can see the path before you. Like I said, you can see the path out of this gloomy forest that you've been in, that you've been stuck in, wherever you've been stuck. You can see the path forward now. You can see new growth in your life. And although you may not be acting on it, moving into it immediately, you still know what the path is for you now. Okay. and and so you're waiting for that right timing, for that call, for that date where you can start for the, whatever it is that you're doing. You're waiting for that recipe to come together for you to move forward, because you know where you're going now. You know how you're going to do it, and you're about to start on this new venture journey path. And it feels right in your gut too. It feels right with that high priestess. It's a gut feeling. It feels right for you. Okay. And in the present, you have the Magician, the Nine of Cups, so that doubles that Nine of Hearts, the Prince of Swords, the Moon, and the Four of Wands. So the Magician tells us that you're completely capable. You have all the tools to move forward with what you want to do, your new adventure. In some ways, you felt like, the apprentice in a way. But you have a lot more experience and a lot more knowledge than you ever did before. You're ready for this. You're completely capable, and you have everything you need to move forward. And this is going to be a success, because here we have the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is showing you this is a yes. This is the right way to go. This is not just success, but kind, like it's a everything is behind you on this new adventure, this new path you're going to take. And I think people are behind you in this. This is the right move for you to make at the right time. Now, with the Prince of Swords, this shows about your curiosity. You're wanting to learn something new. You're wanting to figure out how something ticks, how it works, the mechanisms of it. You might be learning a new skill. You might be investigating something. There's a huge, kind of investigation vibe here, where you're researching, learning, communicating a lot. You could be networking a lot too right now with others, asking questions, trying to find out exactly. And I like that you're speaking your mind, sometimes, not perfectly tactfully, but you're doing it because you're trying to get to the right place. You don't want a vague sense of something. You want absolute sense of something here. So the knight is after a goal, and he's investigating, researching, figuring it out, how to go about it, how to get there, what do I need, getting the details. The knight is about the details, okay? Hi, Murray. Sorry, I'm a little delayed in saying hello from Scarborough. Geez, a close neighbor. How you doing? I'm glad you joined us today. So then we have the moon. And so we have a moon coming up. I think it's the new moon coming up. And The moon sometimes causes confusion, we're not exactly sure, but I think that's what the night cuts through. The night cuts through confusion. That's why he asks, or she asks questions. That's why they want the details. You're very inquisitive. You're want to figure out how it works because you're not exactly sure. It's not clear to you. And you want to be clear. You want to be crystal clear. Okay. Some of what you're delving into, what you're curious about, could have to do with your home, where you're living. But the Four of Wands also has to do with your career, who you're working with, laying new foundations. This is very much a new foundation card, and something strong and solid. You're building something solid here. Now, like I said before, there might be a reason behind it. Maybe you're bored with what you were doing, where you were living, or perhaps there's other reasons behind it. You because of health reasons or age or something, you're needing to change your direction, shift. There's a shift happening here, okay? And this is to bring something more stable into your life. And this is also successful, like people are behind you. It feels good, it feels stable to move forward. And it's interesting because this Four of Wands in this line here comes right after the three. So it's in perfect progression. You're here at the three, you know where you want to go, you know what you want to do, and then in the four you start to build it. It starts to come together and it starts to happen step by step. You're putting these building blocks together and forming your new foundation, whatever that is for you, whether it's work or home or um, could be something creative too that you're thinking about. Making a creative idea, a body of work of some sort. So, hi Natalie, how you doing from Oklahoma? Wow, wow, welcome. It's very nice to see you, and um, for you to be here. Oklahoma, ooh, that is nice. I didn't know that you were from Oklahoma, Natalie, because I've seen you here before, obviously, but I didn't know where you were from. So that I love hearing where people are from. I just love that. So, okay, then in your future, in your immediate future, this month, you have two sixes here, okay? Six of Swords, Six of Cups. Now that shouldn't have rang, but because I turned all my volumes right down, but I always have issues like that. So Six of Swords, Six of Cups, and sixes are steps forward, okay? Two of Pentacles, the Emperor or the Lord, and the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups is also a wish card, and it's the beginning of the wish starting to formulate. Things are starting to come together, so there's something to celebrate here, okay? But let's go back here. Six of Swords, I really like this card. Whether you're physically moving, whether you're physically going on a journey, a trip, a vacation, whatever it is, you're wanting to get away from drama, trauma, um, anything that clouds your mind or your emotions that brings you down. You just don't want any crap around you. In fact, if there's people in your life that are always crying the blues or complaining, you might distance yourself a little bit from these people. You're distancing yourself from situations that create havoc, that create just toxic energy. Not that they're necessarily toxic, but it's toxic for you right now. And you're like, oh, I just can't listen to this. I'm feeling good and I want to stay feeling good. So I want calmness around me. I want to have pleasant conversations. And this is just your energy now. You want to stay focused, stay pleasant, and so you are, you're heading into calm waters because that's what you want around you now. That's another thing you're changing in your life. You're getting out and away from the drama. In fact, as if there's any drama around you, regardless of what it's from or has to do with, you're kind of distancing yourself. Not that you're not there to listen, but you only want it in small doses. Just give me the summary because I don't want to hear the story from end to end. I don't need to know all that. And is it any of my business, really? And so you're kind of like pushing it away a little bit because you're in trying to enjoy some serenity now at this time in your life. Oops. So some of you could be, getting away or just getting away in your mind, right? And the swords is about the mind. And then you have the Six of Cups. And the Six of Cups to me is kind of a family card. So it could be family drama, it could be past triggers, or but this is more of a nostalgic card. This is a connection to the past in a good way, having fond memories, good memories. You might be getting closer to family. You might be going to family events. Maybe this is what you're traveling to. You're doing a family reunion. You're doing birthday parties or something. I feel like you're connecting with family or people from the past that you miss, you enjoy, you want more of that. That's what you're bringing into your life, okay? Is those good vibrations, all right? So this is steps into those good old feelings that um, that make you feel content, calm, and are supportive. They're very supportive too. And they help you develop emotionally, they're helping you. Now, there's a part of me that feels like you're kind of got one foot in the past and one foot in the future. And the foot in the past, maybe you're pulling toward you. You want more of that in your life now. And and then while you're moving into the future, because here you have the Two of Pentacles. And the Two of Pentacles is usually juggling something, waiting for your ships to come in. And, it talks a lot about financial juggling. You're having to save or be careful with your money until the ships come in. The ships are out here on the stormy sea and they can't dock until the waters are calm. And so you're just biding your time, waiting for this to happen. But to me, a little bit, it feels like you could be juggling family or juggling relationships in some way, and biding your time, waiting for that. Feels like there's something happening, that's something to celebrate for sure, that's coming for you. And so it's okay that you're doing this. It's okay that you're sort of not taking a break, but you know um it kind of feels like a waiting period, a bit of a waiting period, right? And you're trying to be conservative. You're trying to conserve your energy, your money, your time, your resources until that step you're going to take, that step, that trip, that time, this new adventure, okay? Because I think once you get information after you investigate and figure out what it is, what you want to do, you've thought about it, you've really given it some thought, you realize that timing is everything. Okay. And it's the timing when you're going to make your move, right? Like I said, the ships cannot dock in stormy weather. It's futile because they will just crash and do damage to the ship. So they need to wait until the waters are calm, then they can dock and unload and load the new, and that's kind of what you're doing. You're unloading and then loading the new. That's a good, I like that analogy. Kind of like, the ship exchanging. So then you have the Lord. And the Lord, I feel, is an external person. Now, for some of you, it could be feeling more in control, more powerful. The Lord also isn't just about power and control. He is about what's the best for everyone because he has to think about the whole village, the whole business, not just himself. And so this could be a person in your life that and this is the person you might be, because you're kind of one foot in the past, one foot in the future. And the Lord is part of your future, part of gaining control, stability, feeling more powerful, like you're calling the shots in your life. Or it's this person that's making a difference in your life, helping you gain control, gain stability, showing you, perhaps teaching you, you're learning from this person. You could rely on this person. But I feel like this could be your boss, your father, your partner, um, someone who is established. They're an established person and they run their own ship. They're the captain of their own ship and have things under control. Okay. They could be a little controlling, this person. They have their own ideas of how to do things and when to do them and what's right and what's wrong and all that. So it's a little bit of a balancing act with this person. But ultimately, they're here to show you how you can get things under control, how you can get more stable, And every person that comes into our life is there to teach us. When we get attracted to someone, whether it's a friend or a coworker or a lover, it's because we admire something about them and we'd like to be more like that. And so this person has something to teach you, to show you. I feel like there's a closeness with this person for sure because we have the family card. I think they also bring calmness, stability into your life. Um, and there's definitely something to celebrate here. So this could be with this person, there could be some sort of success happening here. I feel like there's a big step being taken. Could be engagement, could be moving in together. You could be hired by this person that you admire or working with them in some way. But it's definitely a step forward, and you're feeling good, confident about the future, what's unfolding for you now. Okay. So I'm really liking this. And I'm liking in this last line here, it's 343. So the threes are enthusiasm about the path that's before you, what's happening, collaboration, how things are coming together. And it's other people in your life too, your friends, your family, your lovers, all that co-workers. These people are helping you and you're helping them. It's a good fit. All right. And in between these two threes, which is progress, is the four. It's new foundation, stable foundation. So you have both of these around this success, this something to celebrate card. These two strong foundation cards. There could be something strong happening with your home or business or where you work. Those two are very highlighted here, okay? Blah, 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 blah. I also think that the emperor, this person, is going to help you with whatever you're conquering in the devil and confused about in the moon. They're going to help clear that up. They may not do it physically for you, but they may offer some insight, some clarity, support in some way. All right. So, what else do we have here? So, I also shuffled the transparent tarot, and I'm only going to take one card, the top card from each pile. So, the top card from the recent past is, what is that? Oh, the Ten of Pentacles. So, again, the Ten of Pentacles speaks of completion. It's completing a cycle, something that you've completed successfully. You know you're ready for something new. In the Ten of Pentacles, this person has built a home, a family, a business, something that they've come full circle with, and they feel like they're ready for something new. There's a bit of a sense of boredom here. There's a bit of a sense of because you're Sagittarius, okay, and Sagittarius can get stagnant easily. We think, oh, I'm so tired of working at this factory, or I'm so tired of sitting at a desk, or I'm so tired of, answering calls all day. And you yearn for that new adventure, that new taste of life, something, a new challenge, something to kind of bring you to life again. And in the 10, it says you are ready to close the door on something, not because you failed, because you've been successful, but because you're just ready for something new. And then you have the Hermit. And the Hermit says that also, too, the Ten of Pentacles, all the pentacles are to do with healing as well, not just what you've been able to build, but how you've been able to grow as a person, healing yourself of anything that's physical, emotional. It's a healing, and you've finished your healing. You're healed. You're well. You're happy now. You've changed. And in the Hermit, he takes some time after that completion. The Hermit takes some time because he wants to do the right, or she wants to do the right thing, pick the right path. And so you're waiting to see that light, that illumination, which is in the sun that you have here, to make the wise choice. Because, like I said, the King of Pentacles doesn't just jump out of his seat for any offer that comes along. He wants the thing that's right, that it would be good for him or her at this time now in your life. 10 years ago you could have been a gymnast, but not now. Those days are over. So now, you're looking for the wise choice and what is right for you. Because I think you've changed, Sag. I think you've changed in a good way. You feel good and you feel like you're ready for that new, but you want to make sure it's the right thing for you. Okay. And then you have the Five of Cups. So The Five of Cups, which is this one, this one down here. The Five of Cups comes sometimes when we have a little bit of doubt, okay? When we are not positive about our own achievements, or do I have enough? Do I, and there's a little bit of doubt there. And we're looking at what we may be lacking, okay? And we're not looking at what we have accomplished. If you look at this, there's three cups behind this person. And so there's been a lot built here. This could be in a relationship, and what has been built and everything the relationship has going for it. And sometimes we can focus on what is not right in the relationship, like this is really bugging me, or I'm not willing to do that, or and we're not thinking about all the wonderful things that is right, that is going well, that you love about it. So sometimes you need, and we need, to think about the positives, that the reason you got together in the first place, whether this is a partner, family member, friend. Because like I said, there might be some people that have are filled with drama, or doing something, some maybe toxic energy, or their own fears, and you're kind of pulling away from that a little bit because you're like, oh, I'm not even there, I don't want that. But also, you don't want to give it up completely, because there's things that you truly and totally value about this person. Okay. So, this is why you're in the hermit. You're on the mountain right now to get that clarity. You don't want to make any rash decisions. You don't want to jump into or out of anything quickly. You want to take your time because you have it. You have time. There's no big rush to make the right decisions. Okay, really think about it. But you need to look at the the value you have, the value that you're getting from these situations. You do not have to give them up completely, but maybe you just need a little time, distance, and go within, you know. Some people do yoga, some people do meditation, some people do journaling, or some people just sit and think. Just take some time and think. Okay. So that is your transparent messages. Now we have the Mythic Tarot, because I've also shuffled these, as you can see here. I've got three piles here. So let's see what. Okay, well, you know what? That came up in reverse, and I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to take three cards. Yes, 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 yes. So, what I love about what I'm saying here is you're taking anything negative in situations in your life and considering them and making them into positives. Before, you may have dwelled in those, you may have felt stuck, you may have felt helpless, but you've grown so much, you've grown so much over this past while, however long it is. And you feel confident in what it is you want, the direction you want to go, and how you're going to do that. So here you have the 7 of Wands in reverse. Normally, the 7 of Wands is about competition, and everybody's talking and nobody's listening. A lot of people are really kind of wanting to prove themselves, want to show themselves, And everyone wants to be the boss too. No one wants to be the worker. Everyone wants to be the boss. But this is in reverse. And so you are like not, like I said, you are withdrawing from drama, from competition, from gossip, and all that stuff. You don't want to be in that. You don't want to be in the rat race, basically. Okay. Now, some of you might even be willing to take a drop in pay a little bit for this other position that doesn't have all the stress, that doesn't have all the drama and the backstabbing or whatever's going on here, because you want right out of that. It's kind of a fight or flight card. Sometimes the Seven of Wands can be. Do I want to stay here and fight for what I've worked hard for? Or am I saying it's not worth it? I just don't need all the baloney and the stress. And I just don't, there's other things I can do. And you're really at that period in your life where you're willing to give something up for something that feels better to you. And the judgment. The judgment says that we've dealt with our skeletons in the closet. That's what I mean. You've really grown here. You've really healed. And you've faced your demons. You've faced your doubts and, whatever it is, your past. And you accept yourself now. You really accept yourself as exactly who you are, with all your faults, with all your baggage, with all of it. And you're like, yeah, I like who I am. Without all that stuff, I wouldn't be who I am today. And I like who I am. So this is really a card of acceptance. And it's also a card of being called to something new, because you can see the sun, there's a waterfall there outside. I'll bring it closer. And so the waterfall is fresh water, the new coming in, and it's calling to this person now. It's calling to them, come on out of that cave. You've dealt with all that stuff. You've faced it. You accept yourself. You're okay. Come on out and let's go and take on something new. Let's do it. You're fresh, and you're okay with yourself. And then you have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is kind of, in every deck, it shows a little bit differently. And sometimes the Nine of Wands is standing our ground, okay? And I'm because before in the past, you may not have felt confident about what you were doing, what you were saying, what you're proposing, but I think that now you do. Like I said, you've grown a lot. You accept who you are. You like your ideas. Hi, Iveta. Sorry I'm taking so long saying hello to you too. And I am very good. Thank you very much. So this is standing your ground. Now, for those of you that have had to take any time from work because of mental health, physical health, taking a break from relationships or whatever the conflict is, you're at a point now where you're not willing to budge. You maybe in the past you would go along, okay, I'll go along with that. I don't really want to fight. I don't really want the nonsense. But now you're like, no, I don't accept that. No. And I think I deserve this. And I know I'm capable of this, because you know who you are now, right? And you're getting ready to let go of a huge responsibility, something that's been a burden to you before. Like I said, all this nonsense and all this nonsense, the skeletons and the doubts and the fears, you're getting ready to shed that, because You know who you are now, and you accept yourself exactly who you are. And you also have boundaries where before you may not have. You let people step too far over your lines and then felt drained or felt um gaslighted. They say gaslighted, and so, but that is a changing now. You've created boundaries now for yourself of what you'll accept and what you won't accept, also what you're willing to do and not do. You know your limits now. You don't try and fight battles that are unwinnable. It's like, I don't. You want calm waters. You want calm waters. You also have the Page of Pentacles, the Six of Wands, and the Three of Swords. Okay. And the Page of Pentacles is that apprentice kind of energy. You might take on, a, like you were saying, Yvetta, about doing Reiki, and you're hoping to build that business. So you're taking a skill you have, a healing skill, and wanting to share that, wanting to share it out there and build it. And this is kind of like that. This is either something that you're doing for yourself or you're wanting to do with others. This could be learning a new skill. This could be because the Page of Pentacles, sometimes they're communication cards, but pages are also apprenticing cards where we're ready to take a new step. Okay. The thing that you're doing may not be new to you, but you're ready to take a new step in it, which may be new to you. Okay. You're ready to invest yourself and your time and your energy into something new. And I'm going to tell you that you're going to be successful. The Six of Wands is a success card. It's achievement, it's recognition. You're going to be recognized for your knowledge or whatever you do now with what you're doing. You might even be acknowledged just for the achievements of your change in yourself. How you've changed and how you've developed. And people are going to say, wow, you're doing so well and you're doing so great. And wow, you're really good at that. And I really love that you da 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 da, you know. And so they're going to see your value. People also may come to you for advice, for, guidance, for you might be training other people, you might be leading other people, because you have proven, you've shown what you're capable of. Here's Jason holding the golden fleece, and a lot of people doubted him before. He only had one shoe, no armor, no transportation. He didn't really have any way to get anywhere to do anything. But all of a sudden, one person believed in him and thought, why not? And so he achieved so much with just that one person believing him. And now many people follow him, believe in him. That diamond in the rough, that's exactly your story right now. Okay. The diamond in the rough. Now, I am also going to say with success comes envy. I feel like you could be in the middle of a situation. So there could be two family members arguing. You may not be the uh, um, the one that it's about, but you could feel in the middle of it. Okay, so say your boyfriend doesn't like your best friend, or your sister and your mother are fighting, or something like this, and you're in the middle of it. Okay, and you will stay in the middle of it as long as you keep relaying between the two. You've got to step back, step away, say, this is not about me. I am not going to talk about this person. I like this person. You got to step out of it, okay? Because as long as you carry on and participate, you're part of it. So, this is my advice. Do not engage in the behavior of what's happening around you with whoever it's happening with, okay? Whether it's family, at work, and you might have to be like, this is standing your ground again, right? This is standing your ground and saying, you have boundaries, and I'm not willing to do that. Like, I know I've said this before in the past. My mother, when someone would come up and start gossiping to her about someone, she'd say, I don't want to hear it. I really like them, and I'm not willing to talk about them like that. And sometimes people are shocked because people engage in gossip all the time. Even if they like the person, they're like, really, what happened? And as soon as you say that, what happened, you're engaging. And so you have to put the hand up and say, I don't want to talk about them, and I don't want to get involved. I don't want to get involved because I like them both. I love them both. I love all of them. And so I don't want to it's up to them to work that out. And as long as we stir the pot, it's not working it out, you know? And so it's stepping away from that, stepping out of that toxic energy. This is really important for you because it's part of your boundaries, and it's part of what's going to keep you healthy in heart, healthy in mind, and you're on a good path now, and you don't get pulled in. That little string could do a lot of damage, and don't get pulled in, because people probably like to try and unload on you, Sag. You get that call, and and as soon as you see that person's name on your phone, you're thinking, should I answer that? And then when you pick up the phone, they start unloading on you. Oh, you wouldn't believe what happened. Da, 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 da. And you're thinking, I shouldn't have answered it. I shouldn't have answered it. But we need to be strong and say, I just can't talk about this. Or I have to go. I just picked up the phone because I just wanted to let you know that I'm here, but I'm just on my way out. I gotta go, or I have a doctor's appointment, or whatever I gotta say to get out of it, but get out of it. Okay? And the next time not to answer the phone, don't worry, they will text you. And then it's measured conversation, it's measured. You can kind of deflect some of that. So, and this will, by doing that, you're opening up more options for yourself, because participating in it closes doors for you. And you want to open doors right now, okay? So in the final line here, not the final, but in these cards, you have the Five of Pentacles, the Two of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. Now, the Five of Pentacles, this could be, a relationship, friendship, work, like I always say. And the Five of Pentacles shows you walking away from something completely secure. That building behind him is solid. So this could be, you could be working for the hospital, or you could be have a real secure position somewhere, or in a relationship. It's very secure in some ways. You're taken care of. But there's something that you're not happy with. It's not right for you. It's not fulfilling you. So this could be a friendship, where you work, where you live, perhaps, something like that. And even though it could be cheap, or it could be what you could be making a lot of money, or it's something that benefits you. There's something that is not working for you. It's, like I said, you've created boundaries in your life, and you want change, and you want, because the building is very dark, even though there's lots of pentacles around it. It's a very dark, like there's no windows at all in that building. There's no windows, you know there's not a lot of light going in there, and you just don't want to be in that situation anymore, even though it's provided for you, taken care of you. You don't want to be in it because there's no light in there. Now, this could have to do with a relationship, a partnership, even. Okay. And, I like this card because, here's this couple, and she's on this rock. She's been stranded on this rock and is helpless. And here comes Psyche, the god, and he can see her, but she can't see him. And he falls in love. He gets struck by his own arrow and falls in love with her. But he's like, I don't want her to know I'm a god. She will love me for the wrong reasons. I want her to fall in love with me because of who I am, like the person that I am. So I gotta say, it starts right away. Like someone could have a crush on you, or someone could admire you, depending on what the situation, whether it's work, home, love. Um, because I feel like there's something not completely revealed yet. They admire you, they love you, they have a crush on you, they watch you from a distance. Okay. And although this could be a wonderful partnership, a wonderful relationship, when we start off on a secretive level, it's not a good way to start. It should be face to face, one on one. We should be able to say who we are, what we have or don't have, you know, and because we want to be accepted for exactly who we are. And even though Eros, the god, wants to be accepted, he has this fear that he'll be loved for the wrong reasons instead of just being open. She might be a bit intimidated. Oh my God, he's a god. Like, holy. It doesn't matter. He loves her. He loves her. So it's the value of the relationship, not what someone has to offer. Okay. It's the value of the feelings there. All right. Now, this may be why you're wanting to leave something behind, because there could be secrets, there could be things left out, or there could be, value for the wrong reasons in some way. Okay. And because you have options. You have options. You're not stuck to that one thing that you think, this is all I got. I've got to stay here. You don't. Whether it's that great paying job, or that, whatever it is, you're not stuck there. I think when you make your choice, your options are going to open up, because you're closing a door that wasn't right for you to begin with, you weren't happy with. And that's in that world card, eh? We've learned a lot about ourselves, and we've completed a cycle with, in a relationship, where we work, in our family, and we've completed the cycle, and we've learned a lot about ourselves and what really makes us tick too. And I think your options are going to open up. In fact, you're going to have too many, and you're going to be like, I don't know what to do. And that's where the hermit comes in, because you need to take time to think about what's right for you. You don't want to step into something that's exactly the same as what you were in. Step into another high paying job that has got just as much pressure, just as much toxicity in the workplace, that sort of thing. And you think, oh, it's at a different place, it'll be different. No, it's not. It's going to be the same soup, different kind of soup, you know? So you really need to think about, like, I was doing a big cleaning job. Was it last week? Okay. And the guy was really cool that I was cleaning for. He was a retired principal of a high school. And I was telling him about how I like to recycle things. I like to find old things and give them new purpose, and either paint them or change them into something else. And he said, "Well, if you like doing this, come with me." And he takes me up to the attic of his huge garage. And up in that attic, he had a very, very old wine barrel that they used to make the wine in, these huge wine cask, okay? And it was a real old oak one, like original one, with the metal fittings and everything. But it had been made into a chair. And I was like, that is cool. Is that ever cool? And I just fell in love with it. But it wasn't finished, like it wasn't upholstered, and it had been torn apart a little bit. I mean, the upholstery and the padding and all that. And so I offered him some money, and then he said, "Well, I want this." And I was like, "How about that?" And he's like, "No, how about this?" And I thought, well, you know what? I should talk to my boyfriend, my partner, because we kind of made a deal not to bring any more things into the house. We are overwhelmed with stuff and we want to work on getting rid of stuff, you know. And when I went away, I thought to myself, okay, Lynn, why do you want this? And I could only come up with one good reason: because it's cool. It really isn't a functional piece. What could I use it for? It was uncomfortable to sit in because I sat in, even though it was really cool, it was uncomfortable. It's not like I'm going to have it in my living room. It's kind of like a guy's man cave kind of thing, or it maybe in a bar or restaurant, it would be a neat piece. But I don't have a man cave. I don't have a bar or restaurant. So what would I do with that? The only reason I could really validate is that it was cool. And it wasn't a good enough reason for me to buy that and spend my hard earned money that I just worked for on it. So I said, you know what? I'm not going to take it. I like it. I think it's really neat, but it's useless to me, really. It's useless. I have many chairs, too many chairs, in fact. And I think someone that has a man cave or a bar or something like that could make great use of that. So I stopped myself. I gave myself time to think about it and think, okay, why do you want this? You know? And so this is what you need to do when considering your options. You have to think, why am I going to that job? Why am I considering that offer? Or why am I thinking of leaving something? Am I staying because of this? Or I'm staying because I'm valued? Am I staying because it's beautiful? I love them. Am I staying because I love working there? It's a great place. Or am I only staying because it's good money? It's really not a great place to work. So, you got to think about these things before making your choice, before making your decision, because you do have other options. It's not your only one. You have many, in fact. Okay. The other thing about this card is don't try and spin too many plates at once. You don't have to try and do everything, accomplish everything at one time. Take your time. because there's some things that are involved in these things that you may not be aware of. There's some things that may be unseen. Okay. But I feel like there's someone in the workplace, in a relationship, or something that you connect with, and but you still need to take your time and think, because you're wanting to leave something behind because there's no light. There's no light. It's stable, it's solid, but there's no light for you. And Sag, you need light. You do. Okay. So, thank you, Max. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. You know what? I think I've gained like 10 pounds over since the winter. I hurt my leg. I think I told you guys I tripped over something on the front lawn and got this huge gash in my leg. So it's really limited what I can do and not do. Also, we have a heat wave going on here right now in southeastern Ontario, and you just about melt like butter when you go outside. So it's not like you want to go bike riding or something like that. You'll probably faint if you do. So, and I've been craving junk food too lately too. So I got all these things going against me, and I know I can always lose it again, but I just got to really try it. So thanks for saying that, because I was feeling like a lump a little bit. Thank you very much. So I'm going to cut these because I hadn't cut them yet. I did shuffle them, and we had the 9 of hearts come out, which is success. Like, you got so many positive success cards. You have the sun, you have the 9 of cups, you have the 3 of cups, and you have the 9 of hearts. These are all cards that are saying this is right. What you're doing, even if you're hesitating, you're doing the right thing because you're trying to bring more happiness, fulfillment, and joy into your life. This is what you're trying to do. Okay. So let's see what you got here. 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs is like the 10 of pentacles. This is completion. This is success. You have built something or accomplished something that is worthy of recognition, for one thing. And if you've done it once, you can do it again. Saggy, you are goal-oriented person. I think you almost need a goal for you to function, for you to feel normal. And once you have a goal in mind, you work, organize, investigate until you get it done. Sometimes you take little breaks, but you always, unless you get halfway through it and you think, I don't even like this, what am I doing this for? And you realize, oh, this isn't for me. But if it is, you achieve it. You are goal project oriented person. Okay. You're an achiever. Okay. And it's in what you desire, what makes you feel good, not necessarily by other standards. It's by your standard. This is what brings light to you. Queen of clubs. Well, there you are, Sachi. You know, Queen of clubs is creative. Sometimes this is a brown or hazel eyed woman. She's also seen as the friend. She's a supportive person, friendly, courageous, like I said, goal oriented. She's about taking something and making it bigger, brighter, better. She improves everything. She's a manifester too. Okay, so there's that. And the 2 of clubs. So this could be a possible partnership, at least a business meeting, probably with this person. Now, if this person is not you, if you're not the brown or hazel-eyed woman, this is who you're having the meeting with. This could be a job interview. It could be a new person you meet that is a thread to the new doors, the options. Okay, so I feel like you're meeting this person. It could be a business meeting. It is a it's definitely a possible partnership together, to work together on something new. Okay, it even could be a living together, like possible roommate, or because when we have the 10, it's we've completed, we're leaving something, and the 2 is about the new. And you always work better when you work with someone or alongside, because you like to bounce things off people. You need to talk it out. You got to talk it out, kind of thing. And so you and not that you need someone to help you do the work, even though you might. You need someone to bounce things off with, so that you can formulate it better, and figure out the snags and stuff like that. So now we're down to the quick. How long have I been talking? Oh, only an hour and 10 minutes. I always try to make it faster, but it seems like I always talk for an hour. Oh, you know what is funny? I kind of shuffled these cards earlier for myself. I thought, well, I'm going to draw a card for myself. And this is the very card that came out. Is that just 1 or 2 there? No, it is 1. Follow your own rhythm. So this is what we've been learning this whole time. In the judgment, we recognize who we are. We've healed, and we are okay with who we are. We accept who we are. And now you're being called back out into the light. It's funny because you had that. Where's that card? Where is that card? Where's that card? I gotta go looking for it. Just give me a sec here. Where is it? Not there. Eek. No. No. Where in the world did I put that card now? Well, anyway, it is oh, here it is, right in front of me. Duh. This 5 of Pentacles. Like I said, that building that is behind this man has no windows in it. No windows. It's solid as anything, but there's no light. It feels dark and gloomy. And this could have been how you were feeling, where you were living, your energy or something like that. But you're being called out of this cave, of this darkness that you've been in. You're being called out to the light again, to life again. Okay? And where am I? This is saying that you have accepted or are accepting who you are, with your faults, with your past, with your everything. You are now who you are because of all those things. You had to go through those things. We have to go through life's challenges. And you are your unique self because of those very things. So I am going to read this card. I'm not going to go on with the 2 pages of reading. I'm just going to get right to the summary. And it's number 5. So, deep within you, you are moved by an ancient, powerful force that cannot be tamed. I like that. And, it brings me back to this again. This is controlling, this is withholding, this is isolating. It's a taming of sorts, whether it's your job, where you live, your relationship, whatever, or maybe just in your head, what you've been telling yourself. And you realize, no, this isn't me. I can't do this. When there is something dying within, you sense it falling away, no longer needed. You sense when it's time to rest and be patiently in transition. You feel the stirring of agitation and restlessness when new life calls you to create. It's calling you. To act, to step forward, and to take a risk. You know that you march to your own beat, that no one else can tell you what your inner rhythms are, and that you must trust in your own timing. And that's that hermit energy, to take that time to really think about why do I want to do that? Or should I do that? What's the right path for me? You cannot be rushed or forced, nor can you be held back when it's time to burst forth. Life celebrates and supports the natural rise and fall of your inner rhythms. This is a special message that you cannot miss what you are destined for, nor will you gain anything by trying to push yourself too quickly. Trust in the life cycles within, and you will feel the perfect balance between effort and surrender, discipline and letting go. When it is time for the rhythm of rest, you will feel a natural slowing within and be drawn into contemplation and environments that are more gentle, spacious, nurturing, and perhaps more peaceful. That's that hermit energy. When the rhythm of play beats in your heart, you will reach out to others to connect, dance, converse, sing, make music, make love, and share your wildness. You will be drawn to uplifting groups and places where you can appreciate and experience a positive energy exchange. Your needs will be met in harmony with your own rhythms. All that you miss out on by trusting this is anxiety. What you will gain is peace. And that is a synopsis of this whole reading. You want away from the toxic. You want away from anxiety, away from the baloney of gossip and the crap. You want peace, calm waters. That's in your relationships, where you work, where you live, the whole kit and caboodle. Okay? You want peace and calm in your life. In fact, you might start changing what you watch, what you listen to, whose call you're going to pick up, what jobs you're going to apply for, what business you're going to be involved in, where you live, all kinds of things. And you're quite content to take your time and wait for the right thing to unfold, to present itself. Because when it does, whatever it is, you're able to do something with it because you're the magician. You have the skills, the experience, the knowledge, and the love inside you to make this happen. You're completely capable of taking an idea and manifesting it into a concrete thing. You know, you are capable of that. And it's so interesting that the Page of Pentacles is sitting right on top of the Magician. So that page of Pentacles has this one coin, this one idea, and is able to expand this. The Magician can expand whatever the idea is. He takes the idea and makes it into reality. All right. So, wow, it's really powerful energy. But the key thing is to trust what you're feeling. Know that if you're feeling restless, it's because you're restless. If you're feeling burnout, it's because you're burnout, and you need something different, new, happier, calmer, peaceful, smoother, in your life. And that is the direction you're heading in now, because you're ready to close the door on what you've been doing, where you've been. That world card was the very first card. And it says you've completed this cycle, whether it was a tough cycle, successful cycle, whatever it was, you've completed it and you're ready for the new. You are. But you don't have to be in a big rush to walk through that next door. It'll happen when it's supposed to happen. And it'll be right if it's right. You know, you'll feel it, because you also have this high priestess energy, and you're trusting your instincts. You're listening to them, and you're listening to your gut, that feeling. I don't know if I like this. You don't have to feel guilty because you don't like it. You just don't like it. It's not for you. Could be for them, but it's not for you. Okay. So, or it is for you. This feels terrific. I love this. I definitely want to try that, And you don't want to be involved in anything that's confining, that limits you, holds you back, tells you, oh, you must be one of those if you're doing that. Don't try and label me. I like everything, you know? So you're refusing to be put in this box, in this label, in this category. Don't put me in a category. I am who I am. I am I am what I am, and I love it. All right? So, I really hope this reading helps you this month. Like I said, 8 is the infinity. It's the time to come around that bend, and and it's a manifesting number. It's a manifesting cycle. You're about to change the cycle again and around that corner and come back again, you know. And this also 8 is and August is about inspiring admiration. That's what the word August means. Inspiring admiration. So think about that. Not that there's no pressure, but I think you're just going to do that because you believe in yourself and believe in the steps you're going to take, even though people are saying, "What are you doing? That's a really high paying job." And you're saying it's a high stressful job too. It's a high stressful job too. So, I know what I'm doing is right for me. And people admire that you're like, wow, she just goes for it. Wow, thanks, Max. Oh, I'm so happy. That's wonderful. And I'm hoping it's inspiring to you to believe in the journey, in the process that you're in. Thank you very much. I love the amount too, by the way. um, so I look forward to your feedback. Anyone who wants to share their stories that doesn't feel like you're worried about other people seeing them, because you really could be inspiring to other people sharing your stories, because besides me, lots of other people read the comments. And so you really could be inspiring me and others. And I will share my stories too, actually. Oh, isn't that interesting? Yes, the tree of life. That's true. 8 is the root of the tree. Hmm. And what comes around goes around, right? Isn't that interesting? Well, this is a very powerful month for you then, Yvetta. The very powerful month. So don't be afraid to take the horse by the reins, even though you don't, there's no expectation, there's no heaviness on you to or expectation or push to do it in a timely manner. It's all going to happen and unfold. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. Follow your own rhythm. Okay. I love you guys. Have a great and celebrate August. I hope you enjoy the month. I'm going to do more videos, and I don't know if I'll get all of them done. I'm going to try and do some of them. I'm kind of working my way up, but yeah, because I take so darn long to do a video. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys so much. This is why I can't fully give it up, because I miss you guys. I love talking to you. And these connections just are, there's so much energy here. I feel so much energy, and you're inspiring to me too. Like, it's a two-way street here. I get a lot from this as well. So I want to thank you for that. Anyway, have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks, Max. That was really nice of you. All right. Bye now.